Hey Bob, so I have your 6139 in here. This watch has lived a life, but there's still life left in it. So I have the back off. It's definitely dirty and unserviced. There's the faintest remains of lubrication in here, but overall the movement is dirty, and the watch has had some strange work done. But it's not running terribly. I'm amazed that it's running this well. This is pretty decent starting numbers for an unserviced watch, much better than I would have expected, and that's a great sign. These are good numbers. For a base, it should be about 40 to 60 points higher than this, and it's out of adjustment and it's gaining time, but that's not bad. That tells me that the interior of the watch, the wheels and the pivots, are not terribly worn. I am getting some wobble on the balance. I think one of the pivots might be worn. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to see that. I'll know more once we clean it up. There's some funky stuff. This is the wrong crown. It's the gold. It's not the silver, and it's for a slightly different model. It's not correct for this one, and as a result, your complete stem assembly does not function to turn the indicator ring. Though the gear and the spring are there, so that's good. But that crown needs to be replaced. The movement's running. Your chronograph wheel is good, and that is a huge win. It's absolutely pushing things over. Let's talk cosmetics. Yeah, because I was worried. I was like, oh, wait for the, because I looked at it and it looked pretty rough cosmetically, and then I was really worried that the chronograph wheel was going to be bad, and that was really going to put the hurt on us because that's a very expensive part. But okay, so it's lived a life. It's worn. The case lines aren't bad. This is an aftermarket bracelet, of course. It's the wrong crown, and the crown assembly does not work to turn the indicator ring. This indicator ring should be turning. But, and this hand is wrong. I don't know what that is. But, you've got original white lume on the dial and the hands, and this is a true pogue. This is a true pogue. It's a late one. Yeah, January 1972. It's late. They were only made for a few months after this, but this is a true pogue. It is worth the investment. I have people write me every single week asking me if I have one of these. Do you have a pogue, a true pogue? I want to buy one. Do you have one? And it looks like your day wheel is lazy too. See, it's misaligned. So we're going to need to work with the crown. We're going to deal with the day wheel. This hand has to be replaced. The case needs rebuild, needs new crystal. Movement needs service. I'd put it on a correct bracelet. I'd get rid of this thing. But you have a huge win here. It's a true pogue, and the lume is original. There's a lot I can do with this watch to make it better. You've got some dark specks on the dial. It's what these gold dials do. They're a multi-layer construction on the paint, and what happens is whenever you get the top coat is a very thin clear coat, and it's supposed to seal the underlayers from oxygen, but it doesn't always do it, and it's very thin. And so when you get in spots where it's leaked through, you get oxygen in there, and you get these brown spots. It's just the way that it is. There's no way to clean it, but it's an honest watch. We just need to redo it, need to service it, get it going, and you'll have a real collectible on your hands. That's a true pogue. People are dying for these, and when I'm done with this watch, if you decide to move ahead, it'll be a humdinger, but it's going to need work. I didn't even check the lower mainspring arbor port. That might be worn, but honestly, with the dial in the hands like this, you've got a long way towards having a good watch. So it'll be a matter of just when we're done, this will really be something. Okay, thank you, Bob.